Mark from Nillumbik Pool and Spa Service and from Mark's reviews and tutorials on YouTube. Today's been a bit of a long day. It is the 23rd of January 2020 here in Melbourne, Australia. Last night we had a very, very big dust storm go through, and that's affected pretty much every swimming pool in Melbourne. So far as I'm concerned, certainly up the north, the pools I've seen today are really, really badly treated. We've had dust storms before, but dust storms normally stay up in the atmosphere and just fly across the top. This one, the dust storm was all mixed with a storm cloud, and when it rained, all the dust came down. So instead of like 2% off the bottom of a dust storm getting in a swimming pool, we've had all of the dust go in. So pools are really, really devastated. I'll show you some pictures of the pools here while we're talking to see what I've seen today. These pools were absolutely beautiful, crystal clear yesterday, and today, absolute mess. Green and brown and just really thick. And have a look at this little clip here where the dust has settled on the roof of this shed. But have a look here at just how fine it is. That is just like talcum powder, really, really fine. So when it comes to swimming pools and spas, that's going to be something you need to vacuum out to waste, rather than thinking the filter's going to catch. When it gets like that, it's just too fine. And how much came down is amazing as too. When every surface is covered. Have a look at the top of the letterbox here. This is a flat metal surface that has had rain bouncing on it and washing it off, and normally stays clean, but it's just coated as well in this same dust. So the quantity that's come down. I've just come off a swimming pool, that one I've put a picture up of sooner, and it's got like about a centimetre of this in the bottom. See here, there's a sloping concrete surface, and again, it's covered in this red dust. It hasn't washed away. It hasn't gone away, so it's going to be a bit of fun to get rid of. So you can see there that the dust is really, really fine. And what that means is that normal filtration methods, your cartridge filters and sand filters, are not going to vacuum this out. Your robotic cleaners with their cartridge elements and silks and so forth are probably not going to take this out as well. They will take some of it out, but they won't take all of it out. When you get an event like this, what actually needs to happen is the pool needs to be flocked down and then vac to waste. Flocked. What is flocked? Flocked is, it's actually what happens, you've got all the little fine bits of dirt in the swimming pool. It draws them all together so they become bigger elements and they drop to the bottom, and then you can vacuum them out to waste. Some pools have actually settled already. Again, if you can, it really is best to vacuum that out to waste, get it out of the pool, out of the system, because if you try to vacuum it, a lot of the fine stuff, or most of it, is actually going to go straight through your filter and come back to the swimming pool and just make it cloudy all over again. Truth is, if someone wants to muck and muck and muck and just keep their auto cleaner going and keep filtering and do that for the next 2 weeks, absolutely fine, you can do that. But if you want to get it out quickly, the only way to do that is to put in a flocculant. It's just liquid flocks you can buy go to your pool shop, get a water sample done. This particular storm in Melbourne, I know people from all over the world will see this with dust storms in swimming pools, but this particular storm in Melbourne, the pH rose very, very high, up above 8 to 9, the pH. So it's very important to get a acid dose in there to bring the pH down to a normal sort of level. That's needed so the flock will work properly, and get a chlorine reading. Have it nice and high, have it 3 to 4 parts per million of chlorine in there as well. So that's my tip for this dust storm in Melbourne. It's not going to work with normal auto cleaners or in-floor cleaning systems. All those guys, when it's get a whole lot in like this, that needs to be flocked down using a flock, not a clarifier. It's not strong enough. It needs to be stronger than a clarifier, so using a pool flock. Aluminium sulfate is the absolute classic for this. You can get that in a powder form, mix it up in a bucket, add it over the surface. Very important when you add the flock, either put it into a watering can and just spray it right over the surface to get it out as much as possible, or just get it in a bucket, mix it up and throw it over the surface. You can't just pour it in so it all goes to the bottom. You need to get it over the surface and then give it a mix, if that means running around with a leaf rake or a pool broom even, just to stir it around the surface. Let it run with your filter for say an hour to get it all mixed, and then turn everything off. Let it settle overnight for everything to settle to the bottom, and then vac it out to waste. I'll put a link on the end screens here for how to vacuum a pool to waste and why you would. But yeah, hope that helps you out and gets you out of this predicament. This is Mark from Nillumbik Pool and Spa Service. If you're in Australia and you need spa equipment or pool and spa equipment, anything like that, have a look at the links in the description, pumps and filters. We can certainly help you out with that. As for bottles of flock and chemicals, just go to your local pool shop, and they'll be able to help you out. Hope this helps, and yeah, let's get that pool clean.